I couldn't help myself. There's an official Japanese Pokemon UNITE tournament going on right now, and I started watching some of the games, and Pokemon UNITE is just nuts right now. So look at this. Let's go and break it down, dude. People have realized that Apom is suboptimal. There's 2-1-2 versus 1-1-3. Lucario gets a single Apom. They're just handshaking in the mid lane now. No contest. We got Lucario just going for these dunks. And look at this, guys. Verlisify, always right. Replay, actually I should probably just like go forward and back. Replay, no score shield, because there's no point. What's the point of using score shield if no one's going to try to contest it? And like I was always saying, it doesn't enable any more scores, and it doesn't cause you to get more scores. It's just almost cosmetic, or it beats up on idiots. But if you're in like a decent level tournament, yeah, then it doesn't matter. And just like straight inting Lucario, because he's solo, so he's going to get the experience. Leaves the Apoms as well. Got his dunks though, and is now trying to stack the attack weight. And that's what I mean, like the score shield frees up the attack weight and still let you have another item. I'd imagine Focus Band is also just not used because you're just going to int for some like early stacking and try to snowball off that. But yeah, guys, Lucario didn't need a nerf, or you know, the -6 attack that it got was really, as this was going on before the nerf, devs thought that was fine. Now this is the absolute mess. And then it's a rotation from the 1-1-3, pull a support top to contest first Bs, and then trade and extreme speed Lucario. So yeah, Verlisify always right. No score shield, like score shield sucks, and then extreme speed is the best because there's going to be a crazy skirmish over Vespiquen. And now you have like Pikachu support because the execute on the Electro Ball is really strong, and the range on the Electro Web really just bullies out the 1-1. And now Wigglytuff rotating back down after the 3v3 for the Bees has happened. 2v2 lane plus like jungle rotations. And this is what, and then like, yeah, it's not inting at this point. Like Lucario is just sent here to die in the 1-1-3, but then that's where you're trying to get experience elsewhere. Ivysaur popping out, grabbing one of the core fish in the center. You have some backup. Lucario, like again, just got to pick their Apoms up. So he's just going to try to barely hang in there and then look for some opportunities. But now we see this rotation, very early rotation, as Pikachu clears out some of the core fish, leaving Lucario up to score. And now we're going to see where this ends up going. Also, I think that he's trying to lead that into some Apom timings, get the Bees for himself while there's a 4v5 mismatch skirmish here. But Swinub just getting picked out. That Lucario trying to pop off, getting a lot of work done. The trades are going crazy. Almost like this is just on a knife's edge right here. The citrus berries healing up. Blue is overextended because they are like fighting on the other half. So that means like someone can fall back, grab citrus berries, and reset the fight. Ooh, that's unlucky. And then Lucario rotated down and Giga cleaned up the fight. And now, comeback experience, guys. That Lucario was 2 levels behind, practically inting, had to give up 3 kills because he was 1-1-3 into the 2-1-2. And now is like the highest level in the game or something, besides junglers. But he rotated down. So even though he stayed top, even though he was like the 1 top, he did not go for the Rotom, rotated down at the perfect timing, came in late on that Vespiquen, but caught everyone down, and now overextending, getting picked slightly by, but we all know where this is going to go. He's just too strong. And he's going for the bone resets. I think he got like stunned out of one of it, and he ends up getting it anyway. So like, yep, that's now Lucario is running away with the game and is higher level than the 2-1-2, or even though he got like just completely starved out. So the 1-1-3 still looking strong, trying to cheese it, can go wrong. Maybe not overextending because there like the Swinub's just inting, dude. Maybe if the Swinub wasn't so heavy, it wouldn't be as bad for blue. But it was a mix of like comeback experience into Dreadnought into now it's unwinnable. I'm trying to figure out what to make of this situation. So yeah, Venusaur is now snowballing. The comp is falling apart, even though the strategy, like, that's the thing. The anti-strat worked. That Lucario got obliterated, but it just kind of went off. Also, I think the handshaking, you can't let that happen. Lucario needed to, like, punch, like, you know, Meteor Mash the level 2 A-palm Lucario away from the goal and then have Pikachu just like stun him to where he never even got that first score. But even outside of that, like, yeah, now this is wild. And I think it is one of those things where you create a comeback experience scenario and you capitalize it, and then you just like kind of stuff the opponent out. Like here, I think this is kind of overextending. That's just greedy from the Venusaur and the Wigglytuff, but I guess team has support and backup. And if you can kind of catch something and not give up the comeback experience, is going to be fine here. So this fight looking weird. The level 11 Lucario, he's got the advantage, but it's still just a 3v2. 4v2, so the rotations. Top, what is Top doing? What? This is what I mean, like, suddenly no team. Like, 3 were identified in top, and then that means you could get the push when you should have never allowed that. Like, blue is behind super hard. You don't even need to look at the score to know they're behind. You don't need to try to push that top. You don't need to, like, you just know that you're down levels. Venusaur is inting now. I don't know what's happening. And then now it's unstoppable. So, like, that was the thing. Like, you don't fall more behind on that push. Now everyone's blowing their Unite moves because they know that this is the exact time. You don't want to lose comeback experience here. You want to win this fight by some miracle and then be ahead into Zapdos on their Unite move refreshes. Greninja's trying to hold together, but the Lucario that got completely dumpstered is level 13, 3 minutes 40 left. What does it get away with? Like, that's why I want to know. Nah. Not enough. And that's what I mean. That's the overextending you don't want to do. But the Venusaur is still behind. I don't know where that Greninja found 14 levels, but that just kind of shows, like, now we snowballing. The mismatched top side into the snowballing experience, into the Dreadnought shenanigans, into the int bot top is making things nutty. Also some Rotom. So yeah, like, I don't think the game was developed and is being supported in a robust enough way to handle what is happening. And I think it is an issue with, like, comeback mechanics to where the Lucario can be behind, win like get 2 kills, and then be just unstoppable. And now there's not enough, like, room in the comeback for blue to come back, and that's what I mean. So that's a good recall right there. Now it's like full reset for the Dreadnought. You desperately need this. Red's a little late, but it seems like they still have tempo on just the 2v5 because blue's playing scared. That just seems like a needless Giga Drain miss because now Venusaur doesn't have cooldowns to change any of that fight, and Lucario just rolls them over. So, and yeah, the Mamoswine's heavy. The Ice Shard doesn't do it. Pikachu, also, like, support Pikachu tends to drop off too hard. And then now there's just no carry on the team. Also, 2 supports versus the 0. The plan worked, but it just wasn't enough. Now this could just be a straight up outclassing in skill gap because I don't know the Japanese teams and the metas and stuff. Yeah, this is a mess, but don't worry, guys. The devs think it's all A-okay. However, blue's trying to pop off with Unite moves. Pikachu coming in for the save. However, the double support Unite moves shut down the fight, halt all momentum, and somehow a clean ace. That's Zapdos. That's game. And it be like that. So, yeah. That's where the Pokemon Unite is looking right now. So some questionable decisions. Again, I think this could also be an outclassing or just tilt or something. The Mamoswine lost that early bot fight. They split up and didn't, like, search for comeback experience, and then it just became unwinnable. Now they're KOing them in their base, trying to find some points for that Zapdos. Oh, Eldegoss waiting for cooldowns. What does Eldegoss get with? Shield? Points, no Zapdos, finds the 7 though, into the 14, gets the support from Lucario. Might go down, but not before scoring just the slightest amount of points. This is just styling. They're getting base camped out. And that's Pokemon Unite right now, guys. Let's see if there's another game up, because I kind of paused it for a while. I don't know who this guy is, but it's funny because he's streaming. He has 700 viewers, and he's also on the official one right now. Cool. Whenever I see OG, I'm like, is OG was taken? Does he have an ult or something? I don't know. Japan tournament's weird. I don't know if the rules would even allow for like someone from another region. So the interesting thing is we have a Decidueye, but it looks like there was an issue for the loading on the Eldegoss. I mean, we go live, and okay, they just barely got in. Oh wow, yeah, this is a little scuffed trying to like find it. So let's see how this goes. We are seeing a 1-1-3 being responded to a 2-1-2. Jungle Decidueye is how they are playing it. Lucario taking 2 Apom. Taking the bottom, not wanting to get hand shook. Ooh, actually contesting. There's the handshake. Wait. Jungle Eldegoss. Not really, though. So, man, there's like a million different strategies. I don't even know like what's stratting and anti-stratting at this point. Into the rotation. This is what I mean, like the Lucario is just existing to end. And I'm guessing like what about the experience rates? What about the game completely breaks down? Now red Lucario stealing the double Apom because that's the strat that people are doing. Leaving the Apoms and just getting them stolen when they get picked off in the weird 1-1-3 rotation or something. Pokemon UNITE is just too ugly right now. Like, this is nuts. Oh, wow. Using the extreme speed to reset on that Lucario straight into the bees. I don't know if it got stolen just from Meteor Mash or something. The Lucario trying to score but has 4, so that could mean anything. Weird skirmish for the Vespiquen bot side now. So it's like, the game is so dynamic. It's really hard to understand what's going on, but this Lucario is just training the other one right now. Oh, I was about to say, is it grading for the multiple scores on the attack weight stacking, or does he just want to get the Apom covered before the respawn? 9 regardless, and then bouncing around just has complete control of the game. Like, it looks like the strats or people are just inting to desperately claw whatever experience and scores they can find. Level 5 to level 7 Lucario, 7.5 Lucario, just giving him more stuff. That's beating out the jungler. And the jungle doesn't want a piece of that, which is why there wasn't an overcommitment. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those things like, God, I need to score, I need something. Oh, yeah, and then he doesn't find a score, and now he's getting just run over. 1 health. Anything could have gone wrong there. Anything could have gone wrong there. Carter's still top with a 720. I was about to say, like, what does this say for the core fish? And see, he's just desperate. He's not even, like, okay, score shield. That's the score shield diff, guys. Look how good score shield is. Oh. Ooh, he finds that secure. Still getting bullied around, though. And he actually comes back decently from that, but didn't get a chance to score through it. So that was just one of those things like, yeah, running out of the extreme speed, not using it to execute. Slightly sloppy. Getting another score trade here. And, okay, they're staying top. So now we're just seeing, like, the dynamic shifts between games and metas and teams and stuff. Red does have control. We see the score from the Talonflame. Oh boy, it's 28 points. No other item. Overextending. Desperately looking for that score. Mr. Mime's here. Talonflame's trying to scale, but it is Talonflame. Oh wow, doesn't even just opts out of the jump and then just goes into an invade and tries to use the fly as an option. No, this is the greediest Talonflame of all time. Now we got red Lucario just obliterating the Mr. Mime with his massive lead. Still has over 2 levels on Lucario. Lucario coming up into this. Unlucky. Lucario's trying to juke, gets team support. And the devs think that everything happening right now is intended and healthy. Like, again, Talonflame is just too unhealthy for the game right now in its current state. The Lucario top madness is apparently, yeah, like, don't need to nerf Lucario or anything. And this Talonflame, does he carry the game through just invading and backdooring and knowing that he is the safest Pokemon in the game? Or can Red get it together, keep up on the, like, priorities and stuff, and just hold it down? So, Decidueye using its Unite move, now going for just, like, some crazy damage. And we actually have, like, looks to be a pretty decent team fight, where it's like everyone just kind of being patient. Lucario looking either for a chance to go in and clean up, or not. I don't like the shift down bot. It's going to try to convert some score, but conceding the team fight, I don't know, I think after, like, Mr. Mime uses its Unite move, you wait out those couple of seconds for the barrier, and then you try to pop it off with some team stuff, but I guess someone got overextended. Because there's no Talonflame. Like, Talonflame is just stealing everything from the enemy side and holding it together in, like, 4v4 or 4v5. So Macro just completely falls apart. And then Fly Flame Charge away. With the God tier Mr. Mime push. So what we're learning is, like, I don't even know. People's macro just completely crumbles even in a 10-minute game. And losing hard early is kind of the plan to a degree, but then you also still can get stuffed out. We didn't watch too much bot. Like, the Spectator's really just, like, observing the 1v1 shenanigans or the top lane shenanigans. It's really just about optimal experience. Like, the support taking that Corphish with the jungle clear, that just opens up the Corphish earlier for the jungle or something. So, like, more experience on the map sooner. And if you gain 3 Pokemon worth of experience by the mid game, that could be a diff on a level or a Unite move. The Mr. Mime is now being unholy oppressive. Not even on the barrier, just pushing everyone away. Talonflame Unite moving in. Oh my goodness. Flying gets popped finally. Like, the Talonflame finally gets punished. Little too aggressive. The Decidueye hanging around. Lucario going down. There, Lucario keeping people out. And then that's going to be another Dreadnought. And now we got level 12, 3 minutes in for their jungle. So not as volatile of, like, an experience-heavy game, but still looking crazy. And it is not the barrier. So, like, yeah, you don't even need barrier. You can just, like, tip the end of the confusion to just kind of fat out some people and not even go for the one-shot damage. But Mr. Mime taking the Audinos for himself. Support getting greedy on the experience, but seems to be working because Mr. Mime is also one of the most impressive Pokemon. Like, Mr. Mime is why the 1-1-3 works so well. You steal everything in lane, and then you also just have a team fight destroying Unite move. Venusaur late on the rotation. Vespiquen being up bot lane seems like it wasn't just worth it to give up the Rotom and then not take experience elsewhere. Whole team stop Rotom. 2 minutes into Zapdos. Didn't want to risk a 100-point, like, backdoor. I don't understand what this is. Like, what are you worried about there? Like, maybe Talonflame trying to score? I mean, like, Talonflame gets 70 points and then you take Zapdos. Wow. This is awkward. Talonflame getting caught on the back. The slight Zapdos start, but no commit. Falling back for some reason. I don't think you have to fall back that hard. Like, I don't know what's going on. And now, the Death Bush. Mr. Mime going for things. Ooh, no team support. No support. Everyone got scattered. And then just kind of crumbling at Zapdos. Some people snuck away and got the reset, though. So, can the Eldegoss Lucario steal? Like, we got Unite move shenanigans. Lucario's, oh, nope. What was that? What was that? Like, the Eldegoss means, like, yeah, you don't contest the Eldegoss. You have to wait for the Eldegoss to land. But Lucario using the Unite move from outside the pit makes absolutely no sense to me, especially with the Eldegoss in there. Because if Lucario dashes in and then uses that dash to get... My brain's kind of broken right now. I'm just, like, trying to figure this out. Because I'm wondering why it showed the arrows on the Decidueye instead of the team that actually got Zapdos. But, yeah, so Blue got it, and then they just made a million scores, and then there's really no coming back from that. Why doesn't Lucario just dash into the pit off the Pokemon, secure that reset, and then that means the enemy team has to attack Lucario while Eldegoss is threatening the steal, thus chip damaging the Zapdos, and then Lucario can extreme speed and then point blank the Aura Cannon onto the Zapdos for the steal. That point blank Aura Cannon is nasty. But instead, try and do it from range, not finding the tick, and then Fly Secure being too strong on the Zapdos, and the game is just over for blue. Even with a little bit of pushing, even with some scoring, Zapdos is the game. And their team fight, I don't know what happened, dude. They kind of brought it back into 485, but like, what? Like, yeah, that entire thing was so scuffed. Like, Zapdos is the game. We can look at the levels down here. So it's level 12, 10, 12, 9, 13. You have a level 13 Venusaur and Decidueye. Orange was ahead. Level 13 Lucario. Everyone was a level up with the double support. But the triple support comp, Lucario, Talonflame, too fat apparently. But like, yeah, this is what happens. So, team gets cut off. Lucario's here alone, not getting any support or utility ults. Eldegoss holds the Unite move, as we saw. All this just kind of shuts down the fight. And yeah, it was just like split into just losing. So, Blue just rolled up in the Death Ball, took it, and took Zapdos. And we just kind of like watched this play out. So yeah, Eldegoss and Lucario got away. They turned on it. And this is why you take Zapdos. It's like, yeah, see, he has to land. Like, he has to land. They can't fight it. But Lucario needs to go into the pit while all that's happening. Because if Lucario takes damage, he lands and then he just heals. He also has the Unite move shielding. Don't know why he's Bone Rushing in place. Did he forget that Bone Rush doesn't go over the wall? I don't know. And then just doesn't do anything. That early Unite move also baffles me. So then, yeah, here's where all the scoring happened. I was just so baffled. I'm like, wait, what's going on? How did any of that happen? And then it cuts to Decidueye, and that's what tripped me up. It's like, Decidueye has this. I thought that was the Zapdos call. And Lucario does kind of push and find the score, but again, Zapdos is the game. And then they defend, and then they hold, and then Zapdos is the game. So, seems like even in the live tournament showings, people don't really know how to play. Lucario and Talonflame have not been responded to by the devs. Because that's okay. And 113 inexperience and comeback experience just creates messy game states, and no one knows how to play, so I don't know. Either way, hope you all enjoy the video. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.